Have you ever noticed how some people just command respect, while others, well, they just command a team? The difference isn't the job title, that's for sure. It's all about leadership. It's that huge shift from relying on authority to actually having influence. So today, we're going to break down the 3 fundamental skills that can turn any manager into a true leader. Let's dive in.
So here it is, the big question. How do you get people to follow you when you can't just order them around? See, a manager gives orders, but a leader inspires action. They make people feel valued, seen, and like they're part of something much bigger than themselves. And no, it's not magic. It's just a set of habits anyone can learn.
All right, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start with the power of holding back, so avoiding criticism. Then we'll jump to the power of giving praise, actually appreciating others. And finally, we'll dig into the power of just paying attention, active listening. These 3 skills are going to build on each other, laying out a path for your own leadership journey.
Okay, first up is a skill that sounds so simple, but believe me, it is incredibly difficult in practice. It's the discipline of not criticizing people, especially when they're not in the room. Just think about that for a second. No gossip, no complaining about your coworkers, no backbiting. This is all about conscious, deliberate restraint.
Now, let's be super clear here. This is not about avoiding necessary feedback. Constructive feedback is a gift, right? It's specific, it's focused on someone's actions, and the whole point is to help them get better. Criticism, though, that's personal. It's all about blame, it completely demotivates people, and it just shatters trust. And when you do it behind someone's back, it's just poison.
And here's the kicker. Gossip doesn't just hurt other people, it's a direct act of career self-sabotage. I mean, imagine you're complaining about a colleague to someone else. What do you think that person is immediately thinking? Wow, I wonder what they say about me when I'm not around. Boom, trust is gone. And you better believe those words eventually find their way back to your boss, completely tanking your reputation as a potential leader.
But on the flip side, when you develop the discipline to avoid all that, people really notice. You become a safe harbor, someone who can actually be trusted. This one simple habit builds an incredible amount of social capital and puts you on the fast track from just being a manager to being a real leader.
Okay, let's move on to our second skill, and you'll see how this builds on the first. While that first skill was all about what not to do, this one is about a proactive, really powerful habit, actively and genuinely appreciating the people around you.
This is a fundamental truth about human beings. Seriously, more than money, more than fancy perks, people crave recognition. We all want to know that our efforts are actually seen and that the work we do matters. A leader who gets that, who really understands and fulfills that deep-seated need, has found the key to unlocking some incredible human potential.
Get this, a top executive was once asked why he earned such an insanely high salary. His answer was so simple. He said his team was way more talented than he was. His one unique skill? He knew how to praise them to get their absolute best work. Now that's not manipulation, that is the pure art of leadership.
You see, genuine praise has this powerful ripple effect. It builds insane loyalty. It motivates people to go the extra mile because they want to, not because they feel like they have to. It sparks creativity, and it builds the strong relationships that are the absolute foundation of any high-performing team.
And that brings us to our third and final skill. This one might just be the most underestimated of them all. It doesn't require brilliant speeches or bold, sweeping actions. All it requires is for you to do one thing: stop talking and start listening.
Okay, picture this. There's this manager whose team is in a total death spiral. Productivity's in the gutter, quality is suffering, and morale is at rock bottom. And the reason? He was just constantly criticizing them. He was managing by the book, sure, but he wasn't leading them at all.
Totally desperate, he goes to a mentor who gives him this really shocking advice. The mentor says, "You don't have to do anything new. Just schedule one-on-one meetings with each person and listen." And the manager was totally confused. He asks, "Listen to what?" The mentor's answer was just profound. He said, "Ask about their lives outside of work. Ask about the challenges they're facing right now. And then ask them for their ideas on how to improve things." The whole focus shifted from directing them to truly understanding them as complete human beings. So the manager followed the advice, and the result was absolutely astonishing. Team productivity didn't just improve a little bit, it skyrocketed to what he could only describe as unimaginably high levels. The turnaround was almost immediate and just completely dramatic.
It's because active listening is a form of validation. Giving someone your complete, undivided attention sends a powerful message. It says, you matter, your perspective matters. And that feeling of being valued, that is the fuel for engagement, for creativity, and for incredible performance. So, these three skills, restraint, praise, and attention, they really do form the bedrock of true leadership. And they aren't some complex theories you have to study for years. They're simple, actionable habits that you can literally start developing today.
Let's recap real quick. First, build trust by holding back from criticism and gossip. Second, unlock motivation by giving sincere and specific praise. And third, create incredible value and unlock potential just by listening to understand, not just waiting for your turn to talk.
These skills aren't just for C-suite executives. They're for anyone who wants to have a more positive influence on the people around them. So my question for you is this. Which one of these skills will you focus on, starting today? Just choosing one and really committing to it is the very first step on your path from manager to leader.